Happy St. Patrick's Day. We are going to be talking about liquid gold today. Let me share this to my group real quick. If you're not a part of my VIP group, which is called Uniquely Sarah, pop over there when we're done and ask to be a member of that. I give special little presents of goodness, little bits of goodness over there every once in a while. Hey, Amy. We're going to be talking about, so let me, hey, Angel. My name is Sarah Howarder. I'm a Blue Status presenter with Younique, and I get on here most every day and just show my excitement and share with you products that I love so much. And today we're going to talk about the liquid gold, which is part of this month's Kudos this month, okay? Liquid gold, the pot o' gold right here, kind of goes along with today's holiday. And then I'm going to show you this amazing quad palette. We're doing a St. Patrick's Day inspired palette right here. So let's get started. First and foremost, the Kudos comes with liquid gold, okay? It comes with the Glorious Face Primer, Touch Concealer, Skin Perfecting Concealer, and then my all-time favorite, Behold Setting Powder or Behold Setting Spray, okay? This is like the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I'm not kidding you. This is an incredible, it's like $147 regularly on sale for $99. And you can't pass it up. So if you're interested in the Kudos and the pot o' gold, hey Darla, hey Andrea, comment Kudos below and I will send you a message and get you hooked up with that because this is something you don't want to miss out on. Okay, so we're gonna start. I forgot to put all my face stuff on today. That's how excited I was to get down here and show you the liquid gold. We're going to start with the primer, okay? So you put like a half to a pea size. I put a pea size, more or less, because I've got a little more issues as I'm got maturing skin, and I like to really make sure that my fine lines and wrinkles, pores, and everything is primed and ready to go so that when I put the liquid gold on, it doesn't settle in those fine lines and pores, okay? So that's what the primer is for, plus it feels amazing on. So I am using taffeta. I ordered mine, hey Tara, good morning. I ordered mine in the next shade darker, so my spring, beginning of summer color is taffeta, my winter color is organza, and that is long gone. If you have not had a chance to stock up, this is a perfect time to stock up because everything's on sale. Hey, good morning, Jessica. Okay, so I'm using taffeta, which is a bit dark, but that's okay. They say that, experts say, that you can go a shade or two lighter or darker and then really buff it out and it's fine. And I'm just going to make do with what I've got, and this is what I've got. So, all right, so this is a serum-based product, which means it's really thin, but has amazing coverage, and you can add as much or as little as you want and still not get any of the weight, okay? And the way I do it, there's no right or wrong way, except you need a brush to buff it out, okay? A lot of people add it right to the brush and then like dot it around their face and buff it in. I personally like dropping a drop or two on my finger and spreading it around my face like this, and then I'll buff it with my brush. It's just personal preference. If that is her gold. Yes, ma'am. You bet it is. Hi, Abby. I miss you guys. I was just talking about that the other day with one of my friends about how much I miss the littles. I teach big kids now, Abby. It's not quite as much fun. It's a whole different ball game with the big kids. Hey, Wendy. So I'm going to take my powder, it's powder concealer brush, and now I'm just going to take it and buff that out into my skin. You guys, I have to go grocery shopping. I'm really just not looking forward to it. I've called one of the kids' babysitters or messaged her to see if she can come sit with them because they don't want to go either. But I really don't want to take two kids that really don't want to go. but I've been putting off going for probably 4 or 5 days, and so now we're just to the point where it's got to happen. So like I said, I'm using taffeta, which is just a tad darker than what I need right now, but we're gonna buff it out, and by the time I'm all done, you're not even gonna realize that it's a little dark. I'm gonna notice, okay? So there's a liquid gold. It's amazing, right? It's amazing. All right, so I'm gonna put some eye primer on. I do this almost exactly the same every single day, partly because my brain just has to have routine, because if it doesn't, I don't remember anything. Hey, Heather. So I'm gonna put some eye primer on, and I put eye primer on, 1, because it keeps my eyeshadow in place, but 2, it also helps me keep my eyebrows in place. As you can see, I don't have much eyebrows. Hey, Rebecca. But when I put eye primer on with my eyeshadow pencil and the palette, it stays all day. I love eye primer. It's amazing. I've even sold this to one of my friends who has, we used to have an eyebrow gel, and we don't have it for whatever reason anymore. But you can even put it in your brows and then comb them out, and it helps keep them in place too. I like that part of it too. All right, so I take my eyebrow pencil in dark. Looks like this, and it has a little spoolie at one end, and then it has the eyebrow pencil at the other. And I literally just draw them on. I draw a line for above my brow and below my brow, and then I use the Brow Obsession palette in the middle. I just fill it in, and then I set it. It's amazing. Okay, so if you've never done your eyebrows, or you think eyebrows are a necessity, you guys, especially as we age, because we lose hair and it ages our faces. So we need to frame our faces and really make them pop, right? And the more attention you bring to your eyes, the better. So when I do this, I measure, okay? And because I've done it so long, I don't necessarily need to hey, Kristen, measure every time, but for those of you that are new at measuring your brows, you should line up your pencil or your brush, depending if you're using the Brow Obsession palette first, you don't need to use the pencil, great, but you need to use this guideline. So line your pencil or your brush up with the side of your nose. This is where your brow should start, right here, okay? So don't start them way over here, and don't start them way over here, okay? Right to the side of your nose. Then the arch of your eyebrow, normally people have a natural arch, okay? Again, you're gonna line this up with the side of your nose and go right through your pupil, and that is where your arch is gonna be, okay? And then for the end of your brow, again, you don't wanna end them way over here, and you don't wanna end them way up here. You want it right in the middle. So you're gonna line this up right here, your nose, the corner of your eye, and then this is where your end of your brow is gonna be, okay? So front, arch, end. And each time you line it up with the side of your nose, you're gonna have the perfect measurements, okay? Nobody's brows are symmetrical. This helps them create symmetry. And then I take my pencil, and again, I draw, because I don't have much brow, I draw the top where I want them to show, and then I draw the bottom. And what is a really good rule of thumb is to make this line underneath as straight as you can, and then curve it once you hit the arch. Okay, seems easy enough, right? You can do it. And then we'll do the same. And because we've made those measurements, you know where to start, arch, and end your brow on the other side, so they'll match. Good morning, Joy. So the kids and I did masks this morning. I woke up and they crawled into bed with me. Todd works on Sunday, so the kids like to crawl into bed with me Sunday morning particularly. They'll crawl in and we'll snuggle for a little bit, and we'll get up and start our day. But I'm like, you guys, we should do some masks today. And here's my biggest fear as a mom. When they get old enough and they start having puberty and everything like that, they're gonna not want to do or take care of their skin. So I want them to learn from me. I never had that growing up. I never had someone saying, hey, you need to wash your face before you go to bed. You need to take care of your skin. Luckily, I did not have problematic skin. I had a pimple that would come up once a month right here every month. And that was essentially the end of any issues that I had. I'm going to brush out the front of my brows with a spoolie. So luckily I didn't have a big hard issue with it, but Todd, I noticed Todd had some acne issues in high school, junior high and high school. And so I've also noticed Declan having, even at 7, starting to have pimples pop up. Hey, Shelly. And so I definitely want him to get in practice with taking care of his skin. And so right now he thinks masks are fun, and they're just oil control. The green one's oil control. And so none of the masks would hurt them in any way. And I trust the fact that Younique's skincare is gentle enough for their skin. So right now it's just like playing, but it's still fun to play. They think the gold mask is hilarious because you peel it off. Yeah, they love that. They like to peel it off of me. Okay, so I'm going to take the brow spoolie brush. I'm going to grab this darker color in the palette. These are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. I start with number 2, even though you're supposed to start with number 1, but I reverse and go back to number 1 in just a second. I start towards the center of my brow and work out, and then I go back to the front and add that lighter color. And I just brush in the middle. I'm just filling them in. I literally made an outline of my brow, and now I'm filling in where the actual hair is for my eyebrow. So my St. Patrick's Day is going to be full of laundry and dishes and grocery shopping. Anybody else have something fun to do today? I'm probably not going to drink any green beer. Hey, Hannah. You guys, Hannah makes these awesome t-shirts, and she's going to make me some new ones. I dropped some shirts off to her yesterday. I'm so excited. I will definitely shout you out when they're all done, and I will show you all of them. I'm so excited. Hey, Sabra, good morning. Do you guys see my post yesterday? I have a lucky post for St. Patrick's Day. If you haven't seen it, hey Molly, haven't seen it, scroll back through yesterday and then comment. I have a bunch of 4-leaf clovers. Just pick a number and comment, and then I'll send you a fun message. Hey Melinda, good morning. So if you didn't see that post from yesterday, scroll back and find it and then comment on it, and you'll get a little fun surprise. I may have to do a little cleanup on this one. It seems bigger than the other one. No biggie, we got that. Okay, so I've got them filled in with the darker color. I'm going to come back in and I'm going to use the lighter one up here. My husband went to Safety Search last week, and they gave him some goodies there, and one of them was chapstick, and he loves it, and I'm a chapstick snob, and so I know honey, I know. He laid it out for me last night as a surprise this morning, so I would find it. He put it right on my glasses so I wouldn't miss it. He's sending me messages knowing I'm on live, asking me about the chapstick. I did try it. So if you're watching, Todd, I did try it. I'm not a huge fan. Like I said, I'm a chapstick snob. Kind of like my coffee. I'm a coffee snob too. And I've made Todd into a coffee snob as well. There's worse things in life, right? Whoops, forgot you were live. Yes, honey, I'm live, and I like it, kind of. I kind of like it. I'm not, it may be yours. Or Declan. Declan might like it. It's got a weird flavor. I'm not sure. Yeah, we're going to have to clean these bad boys up a little bit. They're not exactly even. We're going to leave them like that though, okay? So the next part is you're going to grab number 5. And that is the pomade stuff that you put in there, the gel, the setting gel, if you will. I just grab a little bit of that and then comb it through with my brush. And really, you guys, you need very little. All right. Have a good day, bud. Love you, honey. I've been asking Millie if she's wanting to do lives with me, and she's not really into it right now. So those of you that really like to see Millie, it's not because I'm not trying. She's just not that into it. All right, so I'm going to take my concealer. And right now I've been using Scarlet, and I've got Organza upstairs. And Organza is my summerish color. And Scarlet is more of my fall winter highlight under the eye color. And it's almost gone. So I'm just going to take a little bit on the back of my hand. I'm going to take my concealer brush and I'm going to clean up my brows. And then we're going to highlight underneath the eyes. Actually, we're going to put eyeshadow on first and then we're going to highlight under the eyes. So I just follow that line that I created with the pencil right underneath my brow. And this is the part where I love making crisp lines for my brows, but this also gives you the opportunity to clean up any of those mistakes that you might have made. Hey Megan, good morning. And it's just, it wipes them gone, wipes them away. And then I like, hey Stephanie, I like to do just a little bit right above where my eyebrow starts, just to make those kind of crisp. And then if I made one a little bit bigger than the other, I can just clean that up too. Okay, and then I'll take this with whatever's left over and just kind of go in between both my brows. And kind of bridge them together with a highlight. Okay, so then I usually have an itty bitty I pack up all my stuff and go to different events once a month-ish, and I pack all my stuff and then I don't remember where I put everything. Anyway, we'll just use my big one. And I spray it with some rose water. To moisten that, you want to make this damp so the sponge doesn't absorb all the product that you just put on your face. So by doing that, you're going to create a nice damp sponge, but will help evenly, hey Nicole, it will help evenly blend out that color. So on the top, I take the sponge, I line it up with my brow and pull up. On the bottom of my brow, I line it up with the bottom of my brow and gently pull down. That way my eyebrow stays intact. And I'm just spreading that product out nicely. The littler ones are easier to use than the big ones. Okay. Now, the finishing touch to my eyebrows is I take that Behold setting powder. Remember when I introduced that earlier? I'm going to tap that on the lids and my eyebrows. So I take that same brush that I used earlier, tap it in there, tap off the extra, and then I just tap it right over the top of everything that I just put on. Because this is translucent, it won't change the color of my brows or the concealer on my eyes. Hi, Nancy. Thanks for hopping on. Okay, so I'm going to leave that out for later because we're going to need that. Now let's get to the eyes. I'm going to do this palette, which I'm pretty excited about. I'm going to use this palette, okay? So we have Gullible. I don't even remember. You guys, Gullible. I'm going to make sure these are the right colors. Cynical. Good thing I looked. So the dark one is Cynical. That's kind of a dark blue-green. Then we have Inconceivable, which is this metallic, light, sagey green. Astute, this is Astute, and this is Laid Back. I know those colors. I use those all the time. So I'm going to go in with my blending brush, and I'm going to use Astute, which is that really neutral tan color. That's what I'm going to start on. That's my transition color. Whenever you have color on your eye, you need to have a transition. I start from the outside corner and pull it towards the center, okay? This transition color does just that. Transitions the lid to the highlight and the corner colors that you use. What? You say, excuse me, please, I'm live.
Excuse me.
What?
Could I watch in your room?
I don't care. Shut the door, though, so the dogs don't get in there, please. And shut the basement door, so... Not this door, goober pants. Hey, wait, stop. Stop, come back. Shut my bedroom door so the dogs don't get in, and shut the basement door so Millie doesn't get in. Okay? This door's fine. This door's fine. Mommy and Daddy's door and the basement door. Thank you. He's got these athletic underwear. Bless his little heart. He's got these athletic underwear, and they're probably a size too small. Not probably, they are. Hey, Loretta. And he loves them because his cousin David gave them to him, and they're really cool, and they're really awesome, and he refuses to not wear them. And it breaks my heart because they rubbed his legs rubbed together. He's so meaty, and I can't keep him from wearing them. He's just so cute. All right, so we put the transition color on. We're gonna put the Inconceivable, which is, I think that's what I said, Inconceivable. I'm gonna put that on with my finger because that's how I put my metallics on. I love to pat them on. Hey, Beth. I love to pat these ones on. I think they just make them look so much more vibrant. And I usually put them right above where my iris is. I think that's usually that's what you see first. That's what's going to pop out at you. What are you doing for St. Patrick's Day today, Beth? I know you said you didn't have anywhere to go today. Okay. I'm going to blend that into the transition, just a smidge. I'm going to grab a little bit more. And then we're going to put that corner color on, the deep color, Cynical. And I'm going to put that on with my crease brush, which is this little short-haired brush, and helps me get in those tight little areas. Because it's Sunday and I'm going grocery shopping, I don't need to look like I'm going clubbing tonight, this afternoon. So I'm just going to take that, just a little bit of it, and put it right here in the corner. And I'm patting this in instead of going back and forth. I like doing that. decreases the amount of fallout that might occur. I'm trying to keep this. I have a really hard time keeping this laundry and cleaning out the bathroom closet. That sounds like fun. Trying to keep this simple. We'll see. My husband made me a Pinterest page yesterday. If you guys haven't checked out my Pinterest page, you should do that too. Has a ton of my looks on there. And you can click on those looks and it'll take you right to tutorials where I show you how to use those products. He's so smart. It's Uniquely Sarah. I think it's Uniquely Sarah on Pinterest. Everyone should go see the finale A-Town performance of Shrek the Musical. Yes, I should too. I feel bad. Yes, I shamelessly plugging the people to come see my kids. Of course, why wouldn't you? That's crazy town. Why wouldn't you? How did Emerson like the play last night? She went last night, didn't she? Hey, Chelsea. Good afternoon. I heard the noon bell, so it must be noon. I am just patting on the Cynical color. We are creating a St. Patty's Day eye with this palette. I'm going to do some blending, I think. I'm going to have to get my mirror so I can see what I'm doing. She's not home yet. She stayed with Mom. Oh, that's nice. I think I saw her at church the other day. When I say the other day, it's been a while since I've been to church, but does she ever go to community? Because I think I've seen her there. I mean, granted, it was far away and I didn't have my glasses at the time, but... Okay, so if I blend this out, it looks nice and wonderful. Hey, Allison. It doesn't look so bold at the outside corners. I prefer to have more of a softer edge, so I like the crease brush to do that with because I think it blends them out so much easier. See that? Isn't that pretty? All right, so before I do anything underneath my eye or finish up the corner of my eye, I'm going to put concealer on. So I put a little bit of concealer on to clean up my brows, and now I'm going to use a little bit more, and I'm also going to put in a little bit of the primer, the Glorious Face Primer with it. And you're like, why would I do that? Well, if you're younger and you have great skin, you don't need to worry about it. But if you have aging skin like I do, I like to thin it out a little bit. I have some problem areas. The skincare has done so much to help my problem areas, but I still have problem areas. And unfortunately, they're right where I don't want to highlight, but need to cover up. So because of that, it's a double-edged sword, which is fine. Where did my brush just go? Here it is. So I mix a little bit of the primer with the concealer, and then it thins it out a little bit so it doesn't settle in those fine lines and wrinkles under there, because I've got some laugh lines. And then I can also come back in and clean up the edge of where my eyeshadow is. That's why I wanted to wait to put this on until after I put my eyeshadow on. So I try and do it in sort of a triangle shape so that I don't look like a reverse raccoon. And I can't tell you how many years I've been wearing concealer underneath my eyes since as long as I can remember. My mom has dark circles under her eyes. I have dark circles under my eyes. And so it's just a thing that we've always been insecure about. So I've been wearing concealer under my eyes since I was in 7th grade. And all of my junior high and high school pictures, I have this ring. Had I known just to pull it down a little bit more, all those pictures would not have looked horrible. And I had no idea. My older self could have just gone back in time and explained that to her. I had lots better pictures. So now my pictures look good, right? That's okay. All right, I'm gonna spray this. I forgot to wet it, so I'm spraying it with a little bit of rose water to dampen that sponge a little bit. I'm gonna just bump that out a little bit, blend it back into my skin. And then all those dark circles and sunspots are gone. And then we can work on the bottom of our eye. I'm going to pull a little bit of that Cynical down underneath the corner of my eye in just a second. Okay, let's set that though, real quick. Let's set that with the hold setting, the hold setting powder. And under my eyes, I like to use the smaller end of my powder concealer brush so I can really get into those little crevices. And I like to pull it down here and really work it into, I have pores right here, and this just kind of feathers it all away. It sets and mattifies, and then it also just kind of fluffs it all away. And then I'll take my bigger brush, the bigger end, and just blend that in the rest of my skin. Isn't that great? Perfect. All right, so let's pull some of that Cynical down below my eye. I'm gonna do it with the sponge end of my sponge angled brush because I really want to make sure I just get it right on the lid. I don't want to make it too smoky. Like I said, we're just going to the grocery store today. But I do want to pull that down. Okay, I'm going to grab the lighter green color too, and I'm going to pull that towards the center. I'm going to grab the laid back with my pinky finger and see if I can get this in there really good. I just put a little bit on my pinky and then I press it right there into my eye, right in the corner, and then I'll blend it out in just a second. I like putting it in the center and then pulling it over just a little bit more onto the lid, and I usually do that with my deluxe brush, and we're going to lighten this up just a smidge. So I just pat it and blend it with that green right there. Hey Cheryl, good morning. So I'm going to start with my pinky again. Tap it right there in the corner. And then I'm going to grab my deluxe brush and pull it over a little bit with that green. And it'll brighten it up just a little bit. Okay. So then here's the kicker. If you want like an instant eyebrow lift, this is what you need to do. Take that color, that laid back color, the brightest color that you have in your palette, and just pat it underneath your brow. And it immediately gives the illusion that your eye is higher. Just right there underneath, not all the way over, just on the outside edge. Gorgeous. All right, so we're gonna finish this eye with some, I'm gonna grab my green. This is called Prosperous green liner, and I'm going to show you a trick. I do this most days. I really like this trick. It gets my top and bottom waterline. I put a nice sharpened pencil just inside my lid. I close my lid around it, and then I swipe it back and forth, and it deposits that color right on my waterline. I have really watery eyes, and this helps me get it on without creating more water. These are so great because they are water resistant, sweat proof, smudge proof. But if you get them on there fast enough, you can smudge them out and then they stick. It's amazing. All right, so I'm going to do that again. I just sharpened my pencil a little bit. It doesn't hurt my eye. It's not getting anything on my eyeball. You're totally fine, okay? Let's do this side. It's way less work and it happens way faster. Now granted, I'm not wearing contacts or anything, so if you have contacts, that may not be your bag, but... All right, let's curl these. Oh, hold on. I want to contour a little bit first before we do anything else. I'm just going to contour. I like putting my mascara and lipstick on at the end, so I'm going to take the Beachfront bronzer in Hermosa and warm this up just a little bit. This is all I'm going to be contouring with today. Just a little bit here. And then I'm going to use a new blush that I just opened. Oh yeah, surreal. Oh yeah. Okay. This is such a beautiful color. I love this color. All right, so we're just gonna put this on the tippy tips of our cheeks. Isn't that such a pretty color? Put a little bit of highlight on. I like to use, there's two different kinds of highlighters that I like. There's this one iridescent, and this is the only one I've got at the moment because I broke the other one. I have bad luck with breaking. But this one's just a nice little shimmer. It gives the illusion that I have cheekbones. I put some on my nose, a little bit on my forehead, my Cupid's bow, and then my chin. Isn't that pretty? All right. Mascara and lips. And I have a new, I watched my friend Kara, she posted this the other day, and I just saw it this morning, and I wanted to try it. So it's a nice neutral lip. I wanted to show it to you. With a bold eye like this, we don't need a bold lip, and plus it's Sunday afternoon. We're just gonna do it like that. So I'm gonna tape Epic Mascara in black. There's a few tricks to putting mascara on. If you look down when you put your mascara, you won't, the chances of you getting it on your lids go down tremendously. And I'm one of those. I get them on, I get it on my lid all the time. Have you guys, okay, so I'm gonna put my mascara on and then I'm gonna show you something. I don't know if I can do it online yet. I don't know if I can do it live yet. I'm going to show you what they are, and I may have to do a before and after with them. But you have to wear mascara with them, otherwise it doesn't work. But I'll show you just a second. I love the St. Patty's Day eye, you guys. It's so cute. So pretty and shimmery. The sun's shining. It's nice and warm outside. I don't have to, I always seem to go grocery shopping when it's downpouring out. So it's going to be nice to go grocery shopping when it's nice and sunny. I say that and my luck's going to run out. Declan wants to make a leprechaun trap. And it's going to be a daddy project. Hey, good afternoon. Thanks for hopping on. Okay, let's do a little bit more. So we have two different kinds of mascara. We have an Epic mascara, and then we have the Fibers 3D. And Fibers 3D were like our flagship product. But this is, with this, I'm going to show you, which I'm kind of excited about. Okay, so I wore them yesterday. I finally got them figured out. Magnetic eyelashes, you guys. And I even got plastic tweezers to put them on, and that's a game changer, you guys. So I might show you these a little bit later. I might have to take a picture. So I will never stop using Epic because it is truly epic. However, on special days, I might have to turn it up a notch. All right, so I'm going to use 2 liners and a lip gloss to finish off my lips, okay? I'm going to do pouty on the outside. I should probably look in my mirror so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so then I'm going to fill in with, let me find the name of it, Prudent, which is just an even lighter, and I'm going to have to sharpen that real quick. This one is just a really light neutral. So if I had Lip Hottie, I could do this with Lip Hottie, but since I don't have any right now, because I've used both containers of it, I'm going to, remember when I said when this is wet still, for the next 30 seconds, you can mush it around a little bit or smudge it out. I'm going to smudge those together just a smidge, smudge a smidge. And I'm going to put Luxe on. Nope, this is Lunar. I'm going to put Lunar on over the top to give it a little bit of shimmer. Isn't that such a pretty little neutral lip? Love it. All right, so here's what we did today. We did an inspired, leprechaun inspired eye. Okay, so these are the colors of the quad that I used today. All right. Cynical, inconceivable, nimble, and laid back. Okay. On top of that, well, before we did that, we used my little own liquid gold. This lovely beauty right here. It's called Liquid Gold, aka oh gosh, Mineral Touch Liquid Foundation. Okay, it's freaking amazing. It's one of those things you just have to try at least once in your life. That comes in this bundle. Okay, so the Kudos this month is this, the primer, concealer, and the Behold Setting Powder or the Behold Setting Spray. So these are a must-have. If you'd like to try your own little bottle of liquid gold, comment Kudos below and I will send you a message. If you'd like to have your own leprechaun-inspired quad, comment quad below and I will help you with that. All right, have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday and I will see you later. Goodbye.